Hello, my name is Blake Patterson, and welcome to Real Values. On this week's episode, I discuss the best films of 2024. While I have yet to see some foreign releases, I fondly remember these films from 2024. Some are more popular than others, but they are all worth seeing for what they achieve within their frameworks. Now, here are a few honorable mentions. Baby Girl, Exhibiting Forgiveness, Furiosa, A Real Pain, and Will and Harper. Number 10, Oddity. Oddity is a film many of you have likely not seen or even heard of since it was an IFC release that was only in theaters for a weekend. In this underrated gem, Damian McCarthy incorporates the genre conventions of what one can or cannot see and a revenge-oriented premise involving adultery to explore ableism through surprising and honest behavioral developments. From excellent performances to every technical choice, this is an old-school horror film that is as disturbing as it is beautiful to look at visually. Number 9, Daughters. If some of you liked but wanted to see a documentary version of Sing Sing, you should see Daughters on Netflix. In the heart-wrenching Daughters, Angela Patton and Natalie Ray explore a program called A Date with Dad that unites the prisoners with their loved ones, where the fathers prepare to dance with their daughters by going through a long coaching process before the significant event. Patton and Ray succeed by aiming for the heart rather than being didactic about the issues these men face within the prison system. Number 8, Love Lies Bleeding. Rose Glass's Love Lies Bleeding was a natural progression for the filmmaker after making Saint Maud. What made Love Lies Bleeding one of the most exciting and well-crafted genre pictures in recent memory was how it was an endearing romance beneath the violence due to the infectious chemistry between Kristen Stewart and Katie O'Brien and Glass's sincere belief in them. Even if some people do not care for the ending, I think it solidifies how the movie comes from a place with a genuine heart. Number 7, Hard Truths. In Hard Truths, Mike Leigh works with his Secrets and Lies actor Marianne Jean-Baptiste to develop and explore the experiences of an enraged and depressed woman named Pansy Deacon, whose rants alienate everyone in her life. Through each situation, Leigh and Jean-Baptiste approach Pansy's anger with a sense of humor that has a tinge of sadness until the sorrow clouds the film and leaves the audience heartbroken in their journey with Pansy and her family. By juxtaposing Pansy's experiences with her sister Chantel, Leigh provides a rich portrait of sisterhood worthy of John Cassavetes at his best. Number 6, Red Rooms. In Red Rooms, Pascal Plante has given the idea of obsession and its destruction a contemporary sense of feeling and texture. Red Rooms is a modern critique and reflection of a culture obsessed with true crime to the extremes of delusion and dissociation. The final images pierce not only the viewer's heart, but the mind, because it is as if Plante is pulling one's eyes out to challenge the extent of voyeurism's damaging effects. The film may recall Olivier Assayas's Demon Lover and David Cronenberg's Videodrome, but it is a wholly unique work of art. Number 5, The Beast. Loosely based on Henry James's The Beast in the Jungle, Bertrand Bonello's The Beast employs a time travel scenario with the prominence of artificial intelligence to explore generational romantic trauma through Léa Seydoux' Gabrielle and her interest in George Mackay's Louis. Through the years of 1910, 2014, and 2044, Bonello imagines the altered identities of Gabrielle and Louis and how they are a part of their eras to consider their fears, insecurities, and longings. While I have not rewatched this film, I suspect it is an evergreen due to its complexity and zeal. Number 4, Nickel Boys. For some viewers, the frequent first-person POV style camera work will be frustrating and likely provoke motion sickness. As for those who can follow Ramel Ross's style, Nickel Boys will be an emotionally gutting and thought-provoking experience through a fragmented structure of memories and illusions. While Ross never depicts the abuse of these young men in a Florida reformatory school, Ross's approach creates tension through what is visually invisible and audibly visible to the audience. I am not sure when I will revisit this film due to how disturbing it is, but it is a bold and welcome challenge for considering how the past informs the present to decide for the future. Number 3, Challengers. In many cases when I hear or read the word sexy applied to a movie, I do not agree with the adjective even if the movie might be good or great. In the case of Challengers, Luca Guadagnino and his 3 gifted actors have created a film that epitomizes the adjective in every sense, right down to the beautiful and satisfying conclusion. Part of the reason why Challengers succeeds is that Guadagnino emphasizes the kinetic energy of the athletes by exploring the underlying sensual tension among them. As a result, Challengers is a rare sports film that holds you by its grip and avoids sentiment. Number 2, The Brutalist. I rarely see a film twice in theaters, but I was lucky enough to watch Brady Corbet's masterpiece, The Brutalist, on IMAX. As I have stated before, The Brutalist is an artistic breakthrough for Corbet because he has strengthened his skills as a filmmaker and has given audiences one of the richest and most satisfying epics ever made, with so many ideas to consider upon multiple viewings. From the artistic process to cultural assimilation, The Brutalist is nuanced in its exploration of its themes and gripping throughout due to the energy devoted by everyone involved in the production. Due to the film's success, it would be great if the intermission became the norm again with 3-hour movies, since it is fun to discuss with other audience members. And number 1, The Substance. Coralie Farge's masterpiece, The Substance, has been called a bunch of pejorative adjectives, including detestable and mean-spirited. While I disagree with those perspectives and feel they are seeing the limbs instead of the tree, I think The Substance is one of the most heartbreaking films ever made. I cried during the film twice. Echoing Brian De Palma's Carrie in its audacity and compassion, Farge explores Elizabeth Sparkle's self-destruction and how it is an effect and reflection of a patriarchal industry that wants women to fit within an absurdly unjust standard. With the combination of 2 excellent performances by Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley, Farge has created an artistically enraged work that will continue to provoke and satisfy forever. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great night.